isn't tracking right, something is not working properly.
Generational talent, your star player, the cash cow.
When it looked like more information is coming out to how Caitlin Clark re-aggravated.
Caitlin Clark was targeted during the game, and the WNBA didn't respond, but her father spoke out without restraint.
I am Brent Clark, Caitlin's father. I've always tried to stay out of my daughter's professional life, but this time I can no longer stay silent. Caitlin left the game again due to a groin injury. When she returned to the bench, she covered her head with a towel, her eyes filled with pain and helplessness. While the world saw her enduring physical pain as her father, I know she was carrying far more than that in that moment. With the utmost restraint, she was silently protesting to the WNBA.
The WNBA crossed a line, and Caitlin Clark's father is speaking out. Jacy Sheldon was suspended for a brutal hit that went viral with over 12 million views. Brent Clark broke his silence. "I've always stayed out of my daughter's career, but today I can't. What I saw broke me." Tears in his eyes, he described Caitlin returning to the bench in agony, silently protesting, not just the hit, but the league's silence and injustice. This was no longer just a game, it was a cry for help.
And the referees. This season, Caitlin has already missed games twice due to injuries, yet she continues to give her all on the court. During the game, she faced multiple instances of aggressive defense from the Suns players, including clear physical confrontation. She tried to communicate with the referees, but her pleas were ignored, and even the most obvious fouls went uncalled. After the game, I saw her sitting on the bench, quietly crying, yet she never complained publicly. She chooses to bear the pain in silence, but as her father, watching her endure such injustice in silence breaks my heart. She shouldn't have to endure this pain and suppression. The WNBA and the referees must address this and give Caitlin and all players the protection and respect they deserve. She deserves better. She deserves to be heard.
She had just delivered an incredible performance. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Her old spark shining through, and the Fever were unstoppable. Then, out of nowhere, a brutal blow to the groin. This wasn't a fluke or a slip, it was deliberate. Brent Clark confirmed the worst fears. This was the 3rd time she had been targeted this season. Today, she looked at the referee with the realization that no one would step in. No whistle, no call, just more silence.
The Indiana Fever versus Connecticut Sun game, and I swear every time these two teams go up against one another, something happens, and it's honestly never good.
News has not broke that Caitlin Clark's hurt, but you can damn near be prepared for the verdict.
The viral footage left no room for doubt. 2 angles showed it clearly. Jacy Sheldon drove her knee directly into Caitlin's groin, and Caitlin collapsed, clutching her leg, gasping in pain. Brent's voice trembled as he described it. Caitlin tried to appeal to the referee, pleading silently with her eyes, but they just stood by, watching her struggle as if it were routine. This wasn't a simple missed call, it was a statement. She was on her own.
You guys can see here, she is dribbling down, she plants her foot, she passes the ball to Kelsey Mitchell on the back door, and then when she is running back on the other end of the court, it seems like she's grabbing her.
These referees was completely ridiculous yesterday.
And to be clear, this wasn't a random incident. Clark and Sheldon have a long history, heated college matchups, fouls, even eye pokes. But this time, it was deliberate, premeditated. Years of tension had been allowed to escalate, and Brent said no one intervened. And now it's gone too far.
Time the Indiana Fever plays the Connecticut Sun, it is a very
Every time the Indiana Fever faced Connecticut, the intensity was palpable from the opening tip. Sheldon was relentless. Bumps, elbows, full body pressure. But when that knee connected, everything changed. That wasn't basketball. Brent described it as a threat, and the league did nothing. The silence stung even more than the hit itself. Fans noticed, too. Coaches tried to shield Caitlin, but the crowd reacted with outrage. All-star tickets were tossed. Petitions went viral. This wasn't just a protest. It became a movement. "My daughter brings in the fans," Brent said. "She boosts ratings, sells jerseys, and yet they let her suffer in silence." Now, sources say the WNBA is considering suspending Sheldon, but it took millions of views, national outrage, and a father's heartbreak to reach this point. Caitlin won't voice it herself, but Brent revealed the truth. She quietly cries alone after these games, unseen by anyone, but he witnesses it every time.
And I'm here to tell you, It is not a good moment in the fan base. Fans are quiet online. A lot of people are starting to look like they're reselling their all-stars.
The injury could be more serious than reported. A torn groin, potentially worse than before, and still there's no official statement. They're risking her career, Brent said. For what? To protect a referee's ego, to avoid backlash. But what about her? Clark is being hurt almost every week, and this was the breaking point. When the league's brightest star is gasping on the floor and the officials just shrug, Brent said, "That's not bad officiating. That's systemic failure. You failed her. You let her carry this league and then abandoned her."
She hides it really well, and I don't know if hiding it or she handles it is probably the right thing to say. She handles the pressure. She handles all of the media spotlight, the attention.
Now, the silence is met with outrage. Fans aren't just disappointed, they're furious, and they've had enough. If you won't protect Caitlin Clark, Brent warned, don't expect us to protect your league. This isn't drama, it's a collapse in motion. And if the WNBA doesn't act, they could lose everything she's built.
The cash cow, the one who's the reason why the Indiana Fever are known across.
Fans aren't just going after referees anymore. They're demanding accountability from the very top. Brent Clark isn't holding back either. "You let my daughter get assaulted on live TV and then buried it. You ignored her pain and ours," he said. Caitlin isn't just an athlete. She's a symbol of hope, change, and the potential of women's sports. Yet she's been left to suffer while the league profits.
You're in the WNBA and you have not one, not two, but three incompetent officials all at one time.
Let's focus on that referee, the one just 5 feet away from the hit. Brent put it plainly. The official looked directly at her, then looked away. "That's not a missed call. That's complicity," he said. The league's silence has been deafening. No apology, no accountability, no suspension. Just more games, more injuries, and more betrayal.
More importantly, they're holding Kathy accountable. Kathy Engelbert is the commissioner of the league. She has yet to release a statement, yet to step in to address these WNBA.
And where is Commissioner Kathy Engelbert? She hasn't said a word. No press release, no statement, no show of support. She hides behind her PR team while my daughter battles on the court every night. Brent noted that fans have noticed too, and they're taking action, tagging Adam Silver. The NBA sponsors anyone who might still care.
She is your star player. She's having an injury that is jumping. It's not one that is just staying in one area. It's jumping from quad to groin and now to another.
Brent Clark warns the WNBA is failing its brightest star, Caitlin Clark, whose repeated injuries, ignored by referees and league officials, are putting her career, the All-Star game, and the league's credibility at risk. From brutal hits by Jacy Sheldon to fans being ejected for simply supporting her, the silence and inaction have sparked outrage, petitions, and boycotts. Caitlin isn't just a player. She's the face of the league, driving ratings, jersey sales, and fan engagement. Yet the WNBA's neglect and systemic failure are sabotaging her and the sport she's built momentum for. Fans, sponsors, and even NBA leadership are watching, demanding accountability. Brent's message is clear. Protect your stars or lose everything they've brought to the league.